What you're about to hear is part of the Podgods Network. If you have a problem with anything you hear, please write it in an email. Enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, I'm Mark.
I'm Jay.
I'm Phil.
I'm Crowbar.
And I'm Dave.
We are Following the Nerd. And we would like you guys to follow it too.
But why take our word for it?
Here's a few others you might know who follow us too.
Hey there, this is James Arnold Taylor.
Hi, this is Jessica Nicole.
Hello, I'm Sylvester McCoy.
Hi, my name is Walter Koenig.
Hi, this is Colin Mean.
And I'm following the nerd.
And I'm following the nerd.
I'm following the nerd.
And I play Astrid Farnsworth on Fringe, and I am following the
Voice
nerd.
of Obi-Wan Kenobi on Star Wars The Clone Wars. M. Following the nerd.
We love movies,
TV,
Comics,
Video games,
Tabletop gaming,
toys, collectibles, and the paranormal. You can find us at www.facebook.com/following the nerd. You can tweet us at nerdfollowing, or for all the latest news, reviews, and interviews, you can check out our website at www.followingthenerd.com. Now you can find us on the Podgods Network.
Why are you recording?
Because, sister dear, this is the end of the world.
May God bless us all.
I feel it's my duty as a scientist and investigative medical professional to release this information to the public domain.
I'm really scared. Can somebody help me?
I shot a little girl today.
An audio drama like you've never experienced before. Only on the Zombie Life podcast. Written by Simon Nielsen. Performed by fans all over the world. Chronicles of the Apocalypse.
Stay safe. Help will come.
How many questions can one person possibly ask?
I'd seen the news and knew all about the infection. I love you, Mum and Dad, and I'll never forget you.
Yes, the military has merged with the government scientists to try to contain the vicious outbreak of zombies across the globe, calling themselves the ASMZ, or the American Science Military for Zombies. And despite all this mayhem around us, the conspiracy theorists are pouring in, blaming the ASMZ for creating zombies for population control, accusing the government of killing off 80% of our population in order to form a peaceful one-world government. All that is certain is that most conspiracy theorists are getting their information from a podcast called JiG and Eddie Rotten. Here's some of Eddie Rotten's rant before the ASMZ moved in.
That's what we have to do as a team. That's what we have to do together. We can defeat the zombies. We can defeat the ASMZ. All the ZFC across the world. Come together. Get your food. Get your water. Get your guns. And get your ammo. It's the JiG and Eddie Rotten Zombie Life Podcast.
Awesome. Right, what were we talking about? We were talking about potential interviews.
Yeah.
And interviews we have, weren't we?
Yeah, I've been on an interviewing spree. So I've been interviewing all kinds of people, and there's other people lined up to be interviewed. Some of them, like last night I was supposed to interview somebody called the ZRT out of San Antonio, and that's the zombie response team.
Is that the zombie response team, isn't it?
And, yeah. Dude, they've got an awesome website, great things going on. They do, they play with real guns, and they go shoot real guns and really? Like real survival training. But she didn't call me back, man. I was disappointed.
Oh, damn.
So
we'll have to. You'd have to try and get in contact with them again. See if they'll Maybe they're busy. Maybe there could have been anything.
Well, she pushed it back because she had like archery practice or something like that. But I'm going to give him one. I'm going to give him one last chance, and then I'm going to give him the coveted douchebag of the week award.
Douchebag of the week.
Douchebag.
But yeah, that could be our little ringer.
Yeah.
They are the douchebag of the week.
It is good to see you, though, man. I haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a while, isn't it? You were busy last week, weren't you?
Yeah, kind of busy, and
so I had to
everybody's
sit and talk to myself for like an hour.
It was good, though. I liked it.
Did you? I'm glad you liked it.
Really
I hope everybody else liked it as well.
And I think on this show we've got the Houston Paranormal Research team is what we're going to play, right?
Ah, are they back? Yes.
Yes. And then next week is the Night of the Living Dead live interview.
Awesome.
Oh.
And then the week after, who will that be? We'll have to see.
Well, it's either going to be the ZRT or it's going to be what we've all been waiting for.
Hopefully it'll be Chronicles.
Chronicles, yeah.
I'm thinking, no offence to him, but as they did blow us this week, I mean blow us out, not actually blow us. As they blew us out this week,
yeah.
I think we should do... I want to try and get Chronicles out for February the 11th. Okay. Monday, February the 11th.
Okay.
That's when I want to try and get it out by, because that's my birthday, so...
Well,
I want to try and get it out on my birthday.
I think all the interviews are going to be done by then.
Yeah.
So,
I do want to try and get it out before. I want to try and get Ace out because there was a lot of people looking forward to it. As am I, as are you, as is Simon. So,
yeah,
we really want to get it going.
Ooh,
I haven't heard nothing yet. I haven't heard a sing. I've heard bits and pieces. The only stuff I've heard is what's in the clips you put together, which we may play.
Well, he sent it all to me. I've got some music on it right now. There's some parts that need to be reread. He said he's going to get somebody to reread them, and somebody's actually dropped a part, and he's getting somebody else to read it. And so it's at the very final
was that a Spanish
stages.
part one, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, very final stages.
Did you get my one that I put on Dropbox?
Uh-huh.
You did, awesome.
Yeah, it's all.
Was it okay?
Yeah, it's all very good.
I keep interrupting you, did I?
It's all really good. I love it, man. It's going to be so awesome.
Sick. I'm looking forward to hearing it. I really am. And everyone's putting a lot of effort. So that's made me happy.
So what's going on with Mama at home?
She's doing okay. We've only got about 8 weeks left.
8 weeks, and you're going to be
it's about
Daddy
that, something like that. Yeah, tell me about it. It's, so you're going to have a good few shows on your own, I reckon, because I'm going to have a lot of shit going down. So
cool.
I thought she was coming down the stairs. I could have asked. She know exactly how long we got left. So yeah, it's about 8 or 9 weeks.
Man, I'm as excited as you are about this.
Yeah, she finishes work March the 14th. I think she finishes, and then then it's just a waiting game. I can imagine. Chances are it will be a bit longer. Because she's due 3rd of April.
Okay.
And a lot of people have been saying that 9 times out of 10 for your first one, you'll go a lot longer. So chances are she'll probably come about mid-April time.
Right. Okay. Good.
So yeah. So we've got a few weeks left.
Happy days are on the way. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Scary stuff.
Oh, you're gonna be great, man. You're gonna be. Don't even worry about it.
Thank you. I'm thoroughly looking forward to it. I really am.
Hey, I did want to cover something real fast before we get too deep into what's going to happen. I wanted to talk about Mission Airsoft real quick.
Mission Airsoft.
Go to missionairsoft.com. There's a lot of stuff going on, and over the last...
I'm going to go there.
Over the last 6 months, there's been so much activity out on the field. Mission Airsoft is an airsoft field that I have in San Antonio. And if you go to missionairsoft.com, you can see you can even sign up and be a member. But there's, it's fun because you go out and you shoot people with airsoft guns. And we have once a quarter we have a zombie hunt. And the ZFC, which is the Zombie Fight Club, which is something that I originally came up with inside of a story, is now an actual fighting airsoft team with gear and everything. And they're going out on the 9th of next month, and they're going to organize the Woods of the Walking Dead, the next Woods of the Walking Dead, which is going to be in March.
Sick.
And it is awesome. If you're in the San Antonio area, you got to go check it out. I wanted to mention a few people inside the ZFC that have really stood out on the field. And
over it.
Yeah, Ender 115. That's actually my son. He's going to be going out next week and helping out with all kinds of. Yes, that's Forrest.
Is it?
Anvil.
Awesome.
He's the man. I'm only going to give people's field names right now, but Anvil, he helps handle the field and organize just about everything out there. There's Crucifix, is another badass. He is just a great shot. There's Flea, Grizzly 350Z. There's M Forever. Then there's, of course, Iceman 7903. There's Jeremy Shooter. There's all these people inside the ZFC. There's 24 members of the ZFC right now. And that's a lot of people, man. If you go onto a field with 24 people, that's not bad, dude. So
I think I'm on there, but I can't even get there. So I'll just do it to be nosy.
There's Plasma Burn,
see what's going on.
Mission Control, Preacher, Quarter's awesome, man. I talked to him on there. There's Prodigy, Primetime 37. Just giving a shout out to everybody. There's M Nolte 86. Jeremy Shooter, Iceman 7903, Grizzly 35Z, 350Z, Antweb DS, Crucifix, Big Voss 21. Man, there's just so many people out there that have such a good time. Every single week they go out and they give it their all, and they handle themselves, man. Tech Rogers is another awesome. Look at this. The Zombie Life Podcast is a member of the ZFC. The Redneck Warrior,
that's me.
R. Gonzalez 300, yeah. I see you on there. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the ZFC at Mission Airsoft. Thank you guys for doing what you do. And these are all really, really good people. They're not just people that go out and play airsoft. They're great, great guys. And so I'm happy that they're on the team. Couldn't be happier.
Hell yeah, good for them. Good for them. And if you want to hear bits and pieces about it, we did have, we had a few people on the show, didn't we, while you was out there?
Yeah.
And I did one with Pete, and Pete called up, and we had you on the show. So you can go and listen to their people's opinions, what goes on,
right,
and what people thought of it. I think it's just labelled ZMBL podcast or Zombie Life Podcast, and I think it's just the Mission Airsoft edition. So
right,
go check it out. It was a good episode.
Yeah. And the other thing that I have brewing is I'm just about finished with my T-shirt machine, and I've got all my images ready to go. I don't know if you can see this. But this is
cool. That's cool.
This is a ZFC design that I drew, and there's some other ones that let me grab this right here. You can probably see this one. This is going to go on a shirt.
I like that one.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
These are all.
I like the other one as well, but that is sick.
Yeah, that's pretty sick, huh? There's a new one that me and my wife are working on. It blows this away, man. If you can believe that.
Really?
So I'm holding up a skull and crossbones with all kinds of weird. Little knots and squirrely cues around it. It looks really cool. Blood splats and everything. But the one that we're working on now is way better than that.
Sick. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. That's all I have.
I like it. I can't wait to see them. We've been waiting ages to get T-shirts, haven't we?
I know. Well, it's cheaper than buying. It's cheaper than buying them for like $30 a pop at Cafe Press. I was like, you know what? I'm creative. I can just go make my own. Okay. That's weird. I think it's the connection on your headphones. Is it fixed?
Right, I think I should be on. Oh, now we're back again.
Yeah, sometimes you can put in a bad wire and you won't know it until it's time to record. That's what happened with my phone, man. Everything was great until I used my phone, and then my phone took a crap and I had to go buy a new one. Yeah. How embarrassing. So there's a Pod Guys Network Facebook now. I see. Let's see. Yeah.
I think we might be back.
What?
I think we might be back. Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It's a pain, and you'll probably hear it. It'll come out on the podcast because it's like a really loud like hum, like buzz, and I don't know where it's coming from, and I don't know how to get rid of it, which is a pain in the arse. It just every now and again it'll be fine, and then it'll start going
it's
in my ear, and it picks it up on the computer as well, and it's a pain. So I have to just quickly unplug a few bits, give them a blow, plug it back in, and turn it back on again. So I apologise if I keep cutting out, but I'll have to get it fixed. But I for some reason I think it might be something to do with the leads. I don't know, but
right.
We never have anything easy, do we?
Never. It's not supposed to be easy.
I know, it's a pain. Drives me
okay.
fucking crazy.
So what else is going on,
I've got
man?
some shit going down.
You got some news?
I have. Well, there was a clip in one of the local newspapers. It's more of a London newspaper called the Metro, and there's a big subtitle saying 20 years left to halt the superbug apocalypse.
What?
Which really stood out to me. I'll read a little bit about it. It says, the world is facing an apocalyptic threat from resistant superbugs, which is more serious than global warming, Britain's top health official has said. For some infections, such as gonorrhea, there is only one effective antibiotic left to treat them. Chief Medical Officer Professor Dame Sally Davies told MPs, there are few new treatments on the horizon, and the situation is so grave it should be considered a civil emergency, she told a Commons committee. Professor Davies said, it is clear that we might not ever see global warming, but the apocalyptic scenario is that when I need a new hip in 20 years, I'll die from a routine infection because we've run out of antibiotics. So what they're saying is disease and infection is getting so advanced and so hench that the antibiotics and the medication to cure it isn't actually curing it. The widespread use of antibiotics from the 1940s has transformed modern healthcare, but doctors have long been warned that bacteria are becoming immune to 21st century medicines, creating superbugs such as MRSA, as well as strains of E. coli, tuberculosis and gonorrhea. Professor Davies described the production of new antibiotics as an empty pipeline, so patients would die from once treatable infections.
Man.
Microbiologist Professor Laura Piddock told Metro doctors should resist pressure to give out antibiotics. We're really only keeping the wolf from the door while we wait for new drugs, she added. So this scenario of 28 days later is upon us. You never know. Something could turn up. Something could become so badass that that things could happen. So, yeah, they're saying that you're more likely to see a superbug apocalypse than you are to see global warming take effect.
Well, superbug apocalypse, man, that means that an actual bug, insect, is entering your bloodstream, your body. The poison from that bug.
Well, it's just the infections, isn't it? They're just saying the infections, some of the once treatable infections and shit you used to get, it's becoming so hench. And they're saying, I think they're saying something slowly about running out of I'll die from routine infection because we've run out of antibiotics. I think what they're saying is doctors are giving out antibiotics so much that our bodies may become immune to them. And these bugs, these infections we once were able to cure through antibiotics are slowly becoming immune to them.
Immune to it, yeah.
Assuming.
Man, you know what? It's funny you bring that up. I've been in a debate all week long with like 3 different people about the virus. Not just the virus, but some kind of virus that could take everybody out. And it all comes back to the guy from Microsoft, Bill Gates. And so my thing was, look, I'm not trying to be like a hate monger or fear monger or something, or be just totally conspiracy driven, but Bill Gates is funded by the same people that fund all the other bad guys in the world, and he is behind all these different shots that you can take to help you fight off all these diseases. Well, you just proved my point to them that, yes, it is good that we have a virus, that we have antibodies that we can fight these different viruses with, and we can go get a shot for it. But at the same time, they're not preaching the other side of that, which is it's almost like it's done on purpose for us to fight, for to become immune to the viruses that we get. So who knows what's going to happen? Who knows?
Could have a zombie apocalypse on the scene.
Ooh.
A 28 days later apocalypse on the scene.
You know what? If everybody does go down, I don't want an earthquake to swallow me whole. I don't want to be washed out to sea by the ocean. I don't want a meteor to come land on my face. I want zombies that I can kill. That's what I want.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
You know,
that'd be awesome. As far as possible.
That's how you release all that tension from your whole life of being picked on or stepped on or cheated on, or, you know, people not tipping you if you ever waited tables, or just everything that ever happened. You can.
I never tip waiters at a restaurant.
You never do?
I'm such a tight fuck.
Oh,
really
you have to tip.
I do sometimes. I do. Depends what sort of service is like.
Oh, you got to tip, man.
I don't go out of my way to tip them. I think, fuck him. I don't get tips. There's not many other professions that you get tips, you know. I know they wait on you, but at the end of the day, it's their fucking job.
Yeah.
It's what they get paid to do. They get paid to wait your tables.
But don't they get paid
if they're nice, I might
$2 an hour, which would be like one, I don't know, something for you guys?
They probably get paid more than I do.
Maybe, huh? Me too.
Probably more than likely.
Maybe I should have your point of view, man. Screw those people.
That's why we're lacking in funds. They're nicking our money.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I wanted to give a shout out to Julianne Snow. She's really sick, man. She's been like bedridden sick, and so I wanted to give a shout out to her. Blessings to you, our child of
We
of
hope
the dark.
you get well soon.
Yeah. Because she said, as soon as I'm better, I'm going to read your book, Frequency. And so that made me excited. So
When's it due out?
I don't know. We have to finish editing it, and then we'll figure out what's going to happen, if it's going to be one big fat novel or if it's going to be like 4 or 5 smaller novels, you know, because there's a lot of material there. There's 2 years of writing.
Yeah, it's a long old... there's a lot going on.
Yeah. I see you touching the screen. Are you pretending to caress my face?
That's right. I'm trying to touch you.
Hey, did you hear the not Garage Cast, the A Little Punch Drunk when they were talking about us? What did you think about that?
I loved it.
It was pretty funny, right?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought they did a really good job.
I don't think this show is too conspiracy. It's not, you know, it's just whatever everybody else is reporting.
Man, you've got to be prepared to take a beasting. We sat there and raped them. You know, we sat there and took the piss. That's what they wanted. I can take it back. It's all right.
I thought that it was great.
I know that's all true. I went on it. No, I didn't go on them, but afterwards, I emailed them afterwards saying, like, you know, I really enjoyed it, sort of thing. I thought it was quite funny.
Yes.
And all that, and we were talking about it and that, and I said, and Rambo was saying, it's easy to run a podcast when you base the name on something that's quite in at the moment, i.e. zombies.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but me and Ed liked zombies before they were cool. We liked them before all this big hype and all that.
Right.
I've always loved zombie stuff, you know. Before it was, I loved it at the time when people thought you were a weirdo, you know, stuff like that.
And you know what?
And you were burnt on a stake.
Like that zombie app, the Zombie Life app, was out way before this whole hysteria.
Hell yeah.
You know? So we're pioneers, man. I don't care.
We are. And I was, what was I saying? And I was something like, it's not the name that attracts people. I was like, it's me. I attract people because I'm the best one.
Right.
And I said, our shows are great because I'm on it. And he commented back, I think Josh commented back saying, so your show's good 60% of the time. Because they were beasts when we're hardly ever on together. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, well, some of us don't have the privileges of having, like, our co-host next door to us.
Right.
I was like, we have to do it from several million miles away.
I think that it's
I enjoyed it. I love them too. They're fantastic people, Josh and Rambo.
I do too.
I genuinely really do like them. They're great.
I think it's a feat that we pull off every week for us to Skype. You're from the UK. I'm in Texas. I think that it's an amazing accomplishment that we're doing this, man. I don't care what anybody says. I think it's cool as hell.
It is hard work. It's hard work.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's a pain in the ass, but it's hard. The time differences. And
we have to get different setups and different hardware that we have to use to record. But it turns out good, man. Obviously, we won the podcast award.
It sounds right. Yeah, we clearly are the best. Woohoo!
And you know what? We started recording after you told me what you're wearing on your body right now. You want to talk to us about that?
Not really.
It's amazing. Can I talk about it so you don't have to talk about it at all?
If you want. No, it doesn't mean... It's not the same. People can't see it.
Okay.
I'm wearing a onesie, which is a big baby grow, if you don't know what it is. Maybe I'll get a picture and I'll put it on the website.
Would you please? Oh, that would be so awesome. You got to do it with a butcher knife or something, though, to make it really edgy.
Butcher knife?
Yeah.
I apologise. Probably covered in stains. I tend to wear it for like months on end without washing it.
So what do you got underneath that thing? Just your birthday suit?
Yeah, pretty much. Just nothing. That's everything.
That is awesome, dude.
Honestly, right, if you wear one, it's like lined. It's like fleecy lined.
Oh, no. Keep it on.
If I was to wear clothes under it, I would
zip that bad boy back up.
People in primary schools, it would kill me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll have to go the old commando.
That's awesome, man.
And have everything free flow.
I'm gonna buy
free flow.
I'm gonna buy some of those and screen some stuff and send it up to you. I'm gonna screen.
Dude, you can get camo ones. You can get camouflage ones and all sorts. I'm waiting for him to bring out. I'm waiting to find a really awesome like zombie one.
Yeah.
That you put on and like. It's like a zombie print.
It's a onesie. It's got a hood. That
thing
thing is the coolest thing. All it needs is like 2 bunny rabbit ears on top. That'd be awesome.
You can get stuff like that, honestly.
So eBay, where do you get that from? How did you find that?
Anywhere. My girlfriend's mum bought it for me. Mum and dad bought it for me for Christmas.
Okay.
So that's how I got mine. But you can get them on eBay, and you can get them in shops and all that. Just go on eBay and search for onesies. That's ONESIE. Onesie.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm going to have to buy me one or two.
Pages upon pages.
That's great.
Have all sorts come up.
That's hot. Hey, you know what else is kind of hot right now? Is bunkers. Have you heard about this? People are taking train cars or like these big, huge metal coverts that you put inside of construction ditches and stuff, and they're making like doomsday houses out of them. And they're taking.
You say that, So carry on. I'll tell you in a minute.
They're taking those, and they're taking like big airline jets and military jets, and once they get retired, they can't fly anymore. People buy them out, and they bury them underground and just put dirt up around them, and they make them into a big house for a couple $1,000s.
Well, you say that. I used to watch. You must be able to get the States as well. It was all about American people. It was called the what was it called? Doomsday Preppers. That was the one. Doomsday Preppers. Did you ever watch that?
No, I've never seen it.
I'll try and get an episode, and if I can get an episode on YouTube, I'll try and string it to the website.
Okay.
I'll find a way to get it. But it was called Doomsday Preppers, and it was about people in America, and how they went out and to prepare for the not the zombie apocalypse, but just the apocalypse in general.
Right.
It could be anything from an earthquake to all sorts happening. But yeah, one of the episodes was of a bloke, and he went out and he bought loads of like containers.
Yeah.
Like shipping containers.
Yeah.
I suppose that's the word I'm looking for. And he just he dug them in the ground, and that's what he lived in. Stuff like that. And that was his hideout sort of thing.
I love that,
man. It was fantastic.
I think whenever I bring stuff like that up, especially this last week, I don't know what it is, but people are calling me like a scaredy cat, and that I'm afraid of the end of the world. I'm a doomsdayer. That's not what it is at all. I'm totally entertained by this whole thing. I think it's so fun that people do this kind of stuff and collect food, and they have underground bunkers. I just think it's awesome. It doesn't mean that I'm like a Alex Jones junkie, because I listen to him like once a week, maybe twice a week if I'm lucky. But I almost even lost a couple friends, man. Not that we would actually stop talking to each other, but as far as being cool with each other, it got to a point to where it was pretty heated. I was like, man, just chill out, because this is just entertainment for me, man. I'm not like telling you how to live your life or nothing, you know. So
yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah,
some people are weird like that. That when they if something's different, they get funny.
Right,
get funny with you.
What's wrong with being different?
It's very strange. I don't know. I love being different. It's But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you talk about, like bunkers and that. Have you been on the zombieworldnews.com recently?
I'm there right now.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the bug out bags. What's in yours?
Oh yeah, that's cool, huh?
Have you seen that? Yeah, that's quite interesting. Emergency preparedness has become a big concern for many households, whether you live in a zombie hot zone, earthquake-prone region, flash floods, brush fire, hurricane, or a flood area. The peace of mind that a fully stocked emergency bag to go can be well worth the effort to compile. It says, consider this. You hear a police siren outside your home, a loud speaker from an emergency vehicle instructing all residents that you have 5 minutes to evacuate your home. Sounds a little far-fetched? Not at all. This is actually a common occurrence in disaster scenarios. So what would you be able to gather together in those 5 minutes? A few important papers and documents, family photos and keepsakes. Do you have pets? How's that 5 minutes going so far? I think we should test. One day we should both go, right, we should set a time in 5 minutes. What can we get in 5 minutes? And we'll both come back in the next show.
Ooh, that's
and see what we've produced in 5 minutes. What we both have packed in our bug out bag.
That is a great idea.
Minutes.
Let's do that next week.
And we'll go through everything and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, see how different.
But don't prepare. Don't prepare before then.
Oh wait, no, I'm not even going to think about it. We'll set a date and a day, and we'll do it that day, and we'll just both go out and go right, and I'll run and grab a bag, and then I'll stick in it, and then once my 5 minutes is up, I'll come and I'll leave it there until the next episode.
And what is it? It's a duffel bag, right?
Just any bag you can find.
Any bag you can find.
I've got a big rucksack, so yeah, any bag that you can find that you think you could like. We'll say that you could carry in case you didn't have any use of a car or something.
Right.
So something not like a fucking massive suitcase that you're going to have to haul down the road.
Right.
That you could fit like all your family in plus more. But, you know, just like say a duffel-sized bag or like a big, I've got a massive rucksack.
This is going to be fun.
In 5 minutes, you'll see what you can grab in 5 minutes and the sort of stuff you can grab.
This is going to be fun.
You've got in your home.
I think we should challenge all the listeners and people on Facebook and Twitter to do the same thing. This is fun.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put it up on Facebook as well and Twitter, and we'll post it out there. But anybody listening, when we set a date, keep an eye on zombielifepodcast.wordpress.com. We'll put it up there. We'll set the date, and keep an eye out on facebook.com/zombielifepodcast, and we'll post up a date, and everybody's got to go out on that date and pick up a duffel bag, and in 5 minutes see what they can pack, and then email us what you packed. It's almost like an actual game of in my bag I packed.
Or just call in. Call in. There's a little voicemail thing.
Call in. Definitely voicemail. I've made the voicemail tab out a little bit bigger. It's all in capitals now. But it's the last one on the header bit.
Yes.
So go and look at it.
And hopefully there'll be some people calling in there soon. I told everybody on the Mission Airsoft field to call in and tell us how their day was on the field. Did you know,
no one likes calling in.
Did you know? Okay, when you play Airsoft, most people just wear these goggles, right? You can also wear a face shield if you want to, but most people just wear goggles. Well, this dude was out there playing on the field the other day, turned around, popped, somebody shot him in the mouth, and chipped his front tooth off, man.
Oh!
Can you imagine?
Nice.
Boom! He got shot in the face, and he goes down.
Do you know what? I've never done airsoft shooting before. The most I've done is paintballing, which is obviously completely different. But
shot in the tooth,
shot in the mouth with an airsoft ball or pellet. Is it pellets they use?
No, it's like little plastic BBs, but they hurt.
So it's almost like an extreme BB version.
Yeah, it's like 420 FPS, just right at you. So they fly really hard, and they're fully automatic. So once you get sprayed, you know it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
Hey, on that website,
bit fun.
if you go further down, the zombieworldnews.com, there's a guy playing a guitar, and it says that he's playing the Walking Dead metal theme.
Yeah, I've listened to that, and it's really, really good.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is there any way you can play it?
I can probably play it through my phone, but you won't be able to hear it.
Okay, that's okay. I'll just listen back.
Listen on your...
Yeah,
have a listen on your computer, or have a listen on your phone.
I will.
And then we can talk about it afterwards.
Okay, good. Okay, let's see. Oh, I just dropped my phone. Okay. This is fun. Yeah, the Walking Dead theme song metal version on a bass. How does he do that?
You know, he plays all the instruments.
Oh, really?
You see it when you watch the video. He plays like, all the instruments, and it flicks through him playing all the different instruments.
Wow.
And
yeah, it says
it's pretty. This
awesome. Should be on every iPod. You have no excuse. Very cool, man.
It is cool. Are you listening to it? Are you watching it? Or
yeah,
you are listening to it. It's pretty cool.
He's got some really
I'll
nice
just find
instruments
it on my phone,
too.
You know, yeah, he does really well, doesn't he? It's really, really cool.
Very good, very talented. Wow.
I thought I put it up on the website. I can't remember if I did or not.
Maybe you did.
Right, I found it. Here it is. Right, Ed's having a listen now, but I'll play it for everyone to listen. So this is this random dude doing the basically the theme to The Walking Dead on his own instruments.
Right.
That I can believe.
You have to laugh so hard. I have feelings too.
Sorry. It's just the song's now finished. That's pretty sick. That pretty sick song, and he's pretty cool, and he makes it sound awesome as well. That song.
Wow,
it's pretty awesome.
We have some people that I've never seen before. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people on the site that I didn't know about. Hello.
We do. We have a lot of followers.
Cheryl 1980. How are ya? I think it's just that's probably just a spam.
Ow.
Nobody's that pretty. Nobody.
Nobody is that pretty.
Ain't nobody that pretty. You know
so,
what,
Did
though?
you see I changed the film as well? The movie of the month.
Yeah, you changed the movie of the month to Revolt of the Zombies. That's an old school
it's
flick,
meant to be
man.
it's meant to be the next one on from White Zombie, apparently.
Yes.
So it says in the description, anyway.
What do you
I
mean?
Don't take anything
the one before White Zombie?
No, it's meant to be the one after White Zombie, I think it says.
Oh.
Just gonna have a look.
Man, I haven't seen this, and I know I've seen it before because I recognize some of these actors. But
yeah,
it's very, very cool. Revolt of the Zombies. It's got, let's see, who's it got
proper
in there?
old school.
A Halpern production. It's black and white for days, man. So don't think you're going to go in there and get like high production. This is black and white,
full-on effects movie,
and awesome. It looks like some kind of Egyptian thing came to life and infected some people. Isn't that what happened in Cockneys versus Zombies? Some kind of Egyptian thing.
This song, I'm just playing the intro so people can hear it. So you can hear how old school it is just by the intro.
You can hear the little cracks in the sound.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Old music is awesome.
Anyway. I'll stop that. Yeah, it's proper old school music.
Yeah, old school is cool.
It's cool. So yeah, that's I had a few changes. I've got to put some more bits and pieces up on the website because I haven't been on it for a while. But I might put a link to that the superbug apocalypse.
Yes, please. I want to read more about
so
that.
You can see all that. I might just copy and paste. But
let's talk about ghosts for a little bit because we're going to have the Houston Paranormal Research team coming on here, and he's going to be talking about ghosts. But let me tell you something.
Zach?
Huh?
Is his name in it Zach? Is it?
It's Zarowski. Scott Zarowski.
Yeah, but Scott, that's the one. Scott. Zach, where the hell do I get Zach from?
That sounds kind of like Scott.
Somewhere in his last name, I think. I do apologise, Scott.
It only has different letters.
Change your name to Zach.
So,
yeah. If his first name was Zach, that'd be a mouthful, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Before he comes on, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about this interview, okay? This is a very interesting interview, and whenever you listen to it, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Scott is an awesome dude, okay? And whenever I go out and hunt ghosts with him, I'm going to be scared to death, and he's great because he knows what he's doing.
That is going to be awesome.
But I think that when we were talking, he was drunk as a skunk, dude.
That's the best way to be, though.
That's the best way to be. I think that he was about 8 sheets to the wind whenever we had our little interview, which is fine because I had a good time with it. So he's got some EVPs that he plays, and we just have a really good time. It's a good interview, man. We talk about ghosts and why there is ghosts and what kind of projects he has going on, and a possibility of going overseas to do a show in Vietnam. It's going to be awesome. So. Oh, you can't hear it? Oh, no. Well, see, this is the bond that we put up with because you are in the UK and I'm in Texas. I don't care. It's okay. We're still pulling this off somehow. Or I'm still pulling my finger out, as you would put it. I just can't wait to get a onesie like that. It's beautiful.
There we go, it's a bit better.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a pain in the ass. I'm sure it's some sort of interference with the leads or something. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah. But what about you, man? Have you ever seen a... Oh, look, there's your wife. Hello, wife. But how do you feel about that? Have you ever seen a ghost? Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Oh, no. Oh, excuse you. Oh, it's okay. I've got minutes to spare. So if you want me to tie it up, we can tie it up and we can figure out whatever problem we have with the hardware if you want. That's all right. Oh, no. Oh, I hear it. I fully hear it. That's Big Brother. That Big Brother's trying to cut you out, man. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. You said that like an American. It's a pain in my ass. Yeah. Oh man, you might have too many programs going at the same time. Oh crikey, that's pretty good, right? Well, that's who we have coming on the show after this. We're having Scott Zarowski with the Houston Paranormal Research team, and tell me if you can hear whenever the music starts before I start talking to him. Tell me if you know what the music is out there whenever you're listening to it, because I know you're gonna recognize it. If you can say it out loud, that'd be awesome. Oh, hey man, I'm gonna say something that you're gonna have to edit out. Are you there? From bad to worse? Yeah. You're going to have to turn everything off, unplug it, and turn it back on. But you know what, dude? My son just shit his pants. Thaddeus, don't sit down, buddy. Don't sit down. He said, "What?"
Like this. Yeah, there we go. I might be able to pick it up.
Yeah, man, that's my cue.
I'll have to just. Is it picking it up?
Are you okay?
There we go.
Look, say hi. Say hi.
That's a bit better. There you go. I think my computer's picking up. Oh, hey, dude. Hi. How are you?
Can you see?
Hey, dude. He's what?
He's watching Bo on the Go.
Bo on the... What's Bo on the Go?
What's Bo on the Go? You want to say hi to him?
Hey, what's Bo on the Go?
What?
Bo on the Go. Is that a kids program, is it?
Tell him what Bo on the Go is. Say, okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, don't...
Is that a kids program? Is it Bo on the Go?
Don't sit down. I'm going to change your diaper.
I've had to resort to just recording through my mic, through my my laptop.
Okay, that's fine. I've got to change a peanut buttery sticky diaper.
Nice.
So...
I bet you're looking really forward to that.
Yeah.
Get the old gloves on.
Yeah. So if you want to close out, feel free, man, but I have to take off and get dirty.
Okay, yeah, we'll close off now anyway. We'll call it. It's been nearly 45 minutes. We'll play the interview at the end of this. That'll probably be about an hour and a half. 2 hours long, so
awesome.
That'll be more than enough.
There's probably going to be a little bit of editing in this one. I hope that's okay.
Yes, I can imagine. There's going to be a lot of... I'm going to have to sort this audio out because there's going to be a lot of...
Yeah. You know what, though? It's the first thing we've really edited in a long time, so that's not a bad track record.
It is. Normally it's just been slapped straight up.
Yeah.
But I'll have to get hold of Pete. Pete, if you're listening, help me.
Yeah.
I need help.
He'll probably help you. Dude, you got to listen to the last episode of TDRS. Dude, it's
I haven't listened to it yet.
It's not going to be up for probably another 3 days, 4 days, but it's like 3 hours. It's like 3 hours long, and there's 2 other people in the studio, and it is the whole thing is unbelievably unsanitary. It's horrible.
Fantastic. I'm quite looking forward to hearing it. Yeah. It can't be as long as the marathon one you did.
Yeah, well it's the same dude that was on the first time we did that marathon, JD.
Is that the bloke who's studio? Yeah, JD.
Yeah, he's on, and this other girl named Heather Mack, she's on, and her husband is on.
Sick.
They talk about
awesome
stuff that is out of this world. So anyways, this is Eddie Rodden.
Yes, this is JiG.
And this is Zombie Life Podcast. Kill 'em all.
Episode 23. Bye-bye.
Zombie Life Internet Radio. I'm ticking like a time bomb.
So, back in the day, she gave me some praise. So I took it to my car and we drove away. We stopped in the park and I hit second base. I brought my friend Jimmy, you know, just in case. But she pulled away and my voice turned blue. She said, not yet. So what was I to do?
Begged and I pleaded with my fingers locked up with that mini skirt on. My mom was caught up on the things that I wanted to do that night. Sitting in my car underneath the park lights.
So I finally caved in and we drove back home with a hand on my leg and my feelings on loan. She leaned in close and blew in my ear. She said real hot, she said it nice and clear. She said pull over quick and open your door. I feel like I can't freaking take it no more. I'm jammed on the brakes and I said what's wrong? She said let's do it. I'm ticking like a time bomb.
Time bomb, yeah. I'm ticking like a time bomb. Like a time bomb. Time bomb, yeah. I'm feeling like a time bomb. Time bomb, yeah. I'm ticking like a time bomb.
Good afternoon. This is Eddie Rotten with the Zombie Life Podcast. Up in your face. What's happening? It's like 9:36. I think it's Wednesday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon. I've got a special guest with us tonight. The much anticipated show, 2013. I think we're 2 episodes deep now. I'm going to have Scott Zarowski. Sorry, I said Snot Zarowski. How do you like that for an intro for your own... your name? My name is Snot. No, I've got Scott Zarowski. Scott... Man, it's a tongue twister. Anyways, it's the Houston Paranormal Research team. Kind of been amping it up for a little while. This guy, he goes out to haunted houses and debunks or, you know, fact or fake kind of deal. Stuff that none of us, you know, most of us won't do because it's just too creepy. And not only does he have a phenomenal team to go with him to go do this spooky kind of stuff, he's got proof to back it up. He's got some audio that he sent in that I'm going to play inside the show. And it's creepy. It's not something that I would want to hear, but he's going to be able to explain how he catches the sounds in the first place, because I think whenever you go in initially to like a ghost hunt, you don't see or hear much of anything, and then afterwards when you come back with the videotapes and the audio, you hear some stuff. So I don't know. It's weird how the whole thing works out, but it's scary. He wants me to go on a ghost hunting expedition with him, and I'm gonna go, but I'll tell you straight up, I'm scared already because I've got the history. If I go look for ghosts, I'm gonna find it, you know. So I'm gonna call him right now. This is Scott Zarowski with the Houston Paranormal Research team. Hopefully, this will pick everything up and we'll be able to get this show rolling. I think it's working. Are we? Hey.
What's going on, man?
Just how are you, dude? How are your days?
Everything's going good, Eddie. You know, same as always, same business as always.
Yeah.
But we had some offers from a Vietnamese production company to do a show, but like it usually does, it all fell through.
Okay. Is that because you don't speak Vietnamese?
No, I didn't have anything to do with that. It's just it's all over money. Because they're extremely cheap, and you know, so it wasn't going to work out. They were too cheap. So
So what were they wanting to do? Were they wanted to fly you over there and do a show, or what?
They wanted. It was. I don't know. It probably would be good over there because the paranormal market is just now starting.
Right.
Over there in Vietnam, but here it's kind of flooded.
Right.
I wanted to fly us over there and then film us ghost hunting all these, like killing fields of Vietnam and all those spots where the war happened, where they fought each other.
Oh man!
People died, and so that was going to be it. But there's going to be Vietnamese. Kevin, our tech guy, he's Vietnamese, and anyways, it was going to be like all kind of. We're branching out a little bit. We're bringing some white boys, and and Kevin's Vietnamese. But then, I don't know. It just fell through, and it was. I don't know. I guess it has its. If you're in a market where there's not many paranormal shows, it might have had a chance, but not in America,
Right.
So.
Well, tell me a little bit about your team. How many people do you have on your team with you now?
We got 7, I think, now. We might have a couple more soon, but we got 7 right now, and one's a Karen Vance Hammond. She's a author, and she wrote a paranormal novel called Shoe Marks, and you can get it, I think, everywhere, man. Barnes & Noble and Amazon and wherever, it's a whole bunch of different ones, different websites and stuff, but
and her name is what? What was her name again?
Karen Vance Hammond.
Okay.
Karen Vance Hammond, yeah. And she's a really good author. Anyway, she investigates with us, and she's cool. We have a new girl named Mel, since I talked to you last time.
Yes.
She's hardcore.
Now, what do you mean by hardcore? She shows up dressed like, some super road warrior chick, or what? What makes her hardcore?
Well, she's ready to get it done. She shows up to the ghost hunt, and man, it's kind of she goes to town, starts setting up the cameras, going crazy like that, getting everything done quick. It's awesome like that.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we've had no offense, ladies, but we've had other times where other chicks that we have brought with us, they don't do much. They don't, help out like with that kind
She's
of
not
stuff.
afraid to get dirty and get in there.
Right. So it's good like that. Then we got Kevin, which is the Vietnamese guy who's kind of our tech. He does all the cameras and everything, and then we have Garrick, which is another investigator, which helps Kevin set up all the cameras and do all that stuff. And you have me and Paul, and then you have the last. You have a girl named Arlissa, and she's kind of psychic-ish.
Right.
Not super hardcore, but kind of enough to where she writes things down. When we go back and get EVPs, we check it. Check what she wrote down, Eddie, on a piece of paper, and then we'll see. Okay, the EVP said a little boy. Sure enough, there's a little boy talking in the recording.
Oh, see, dude, that creeps me out. How is she in tune? What does she sing with crystals every day? How does she know that there's going to be a little boy singing in a room? That's creepy.
I don't know why, and on top of that, why is there a little boy? Man, I don't know, man, but she can do it. She's not always perfect, but I don't think any psychic is always perfect. But yeah, she can do it, and it's weird. Excuse me, it's pretty weird, and I don't know, man. But it works, and so
somebody's got to do it.
Don't always rely on it, but we do take it into account.
Okay, I just had another question come in off Facebook. Daily Masses. Do you know who that is?
I don't know.
Okay, so he says one word, Swayze. Too soon? So he, I guess since Patrick Swayze's dead, can you guys channel Patrick Swayze in to teach us? No. And then he says too soon. So yeah, probably too soon. This is what I was thinking, though, because you've extended an offer for me to come look for ghosts with you guys.
Right.
So, you know, my fear, it's not so much a fear of ghosts, but my fear of something actually happening. But I don't know. What's the ratio of you guys going to a haunted place where you feel something is there and you come back and play back some audio or video and nothing happens?
And nothing happens?
Yeah. You play something back and it's like 6 hours of tape and you're like, there was nothing there. How often does that happen?
Maybe 50% of the time, probably.
Really? And is it people just kind of overzealous about something that might be at their house and it's really just rats in the attic?
Yeah. I mean, usually it's about 50% of the time. Usually I'd say 50%, yeah.
Wow.
It's there a lot more than you think, but then it's not there all the time.
Right.
And the spots you do think, when you go to that house, you think, oh my God, this place, I bet it's going to be haunted. You go and it's not.
Right. Now, have you, whenever I talked to you last time, you told me one of the scariest places that you had been to, where you automatically felt something, like a presence was there. Have you had an experience like that since we talked? It's been 6 months or so?
Man, Eddie, I get them all the time. I mean, it happens over here a lot. I mean, it's maybe because I can sense them more than others. Or I don't even know about that. I think everybody senses them the same. They get cold chills.
Yeah.
Hair on the back of their neck stands up.
Well, the way the world is going, the way that TV is moving, the way that film is moving, like the remake of here's something that scares me to death. The remake of Evil Dead, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. The remake of that, the remake of that movie isn't Evil Dead, dude. It's not the comedy kind of funny slapstick scary stuff where a bunch of college kids get together and make a fun film. This is straight up evil. It feels like it's evil, and it'll come back home with me. So with the way the world is moving, do you think that you're bound to have more experiences when you go out to these haunted places?
That's kind of hard to say. I mean, I don't really worry about that. I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it has much.
So the way the shape of the world doesn't really matter on how often you see scary stuff or hear scary stuff.
Yeah, how much you have paranormal experiences.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know. All of it can influence you. All of it does, though.
Yeah.
But it's hard to say. But I don't think just because if the country's in debt and we're going to pieces, everything's falling apart, I don't think it's necessarily going to kick up paranormal activity. It might kick up a stress level in the person's body that then kicks up paranormal activity. But
right.
As far as like a massive, collective consciousness.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to. I don't think and that controls. No, I don't think so. But.
Well, what about, okay, so he's Daily P. Maz. I'm not sure how to say his last name. Sorry if I'm getting it wrong.
What's his first name?
His name is Daly or Daly, D-A-L-E-Y.
D-A-L-E-Y.
Yeah. He might have just been somebody like a fan of the show that's just coming on recently.
Oh, okay.
But he's trying to segue into if you've had anybody psychically or maybe had somebody come back and think that it might be a celebrity spirit or entity that you're dealing with. Elvis. Let's say you walk into a room and boom, you see a big fat ass Elvis sitting on the toilet, but it's a ghost. Something celebrity related. Have you ever had something like that?
No, but that is a good question. That would be awesome if I did. If I saw Elvis, oh my God, I'd take a picture and send it to you immediately.
The king!
Yeah, no, man. I never saw Elvis, and I never think I've talked to anybody as special,
Yeah. Well, you know what you did do, though, is I saw you post something, it was either on Facebook or Twitter or something. where you're by yourself, you're at your home, and you're doing like a seance or something like that. Did you try to do that?
Listen to EVPs.
Oh, dude, in the dark, why would you do that to yourself?
Well, I don't know,
I mean, were you totally scary? Sober? Were you sober?
No, I was sober. It's, on the one hand, you want to know what's at your house, what you're living with, so you get to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the other hand, you also want to see if anybody followed you from when you moved from the last place.
Man.
So I mean, trying to figure that out too. But there was somebody here. They said that night. I'm sorry, Eddie. The recording they said that night said, "I'm here, but not to talk. I just listen." That's what it said on the recording. That was pretty creepy.
Oh my goodness! And so there's all kinds of EVPs that you sent to me that I'm going to play after we get off. I'll just edit them in so people can hear it. But there's people that I know that are in between where you're at and where I'm at. I'm so far away from you because you are like a Superman ghost hunter where you walk in, you're like, ha ha, there's ghosts, come talk to us. But I go in and I'm like, oh crap, dude, I already know that there's ghosts here. I'm more of like a Scooby and Shaggy, and there's people in between us though that see spirits or hear things, but they don't really want to talk about it because it's affected them so much. And there's turned out to be more and more of these kind of people every day. I see shows pop up on Netflix about them all the time, and there's a lot of, speculation between either it's happening just only to them, they're having like a psychotic episode, or they're trying to decipher between whether it's a real spirit or some kind of alien entity. Have you ever talked about that?
No, but I thought about that. I never had to deal with something like that, but or at least I don't think I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've thought about that a lot. That is a weird question, to think about.
Yeah. I mean, how would you know if you see, like what happened to me? I see some kind of weird creature in my room, and it's there, but it can't be there. So it's either some kind of weird spirit demon or it's a freaking alien that came to check out how I sleep or something. I'm in between what to think.
And then the question is it, I mean, sometimes you can tell, but a lot of times the question is, am I seeing this thing in my closet that's 7 feet tall and black? Is that really there?
Right.
Or is something making me hallucinate that I'm seeing that?
I know, so like something happening in my life that's like traumatized me subconsciously to make me think a certain way.
Right.
Oh man.
Or say you have an electromagnetic field, such as a ghost, that might interrupt your brain waves in some minor way.
Right.
And then just make you hallucinate something that's really not there.
Man,
but
can that actually happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think it can. Yeah, I think that they can. They can either make themselves known two ways visually to you, so that they either appear like I would be standing in front of you, in front of you, or they can go into your head, which is like one of those little orbs that we catch when we use the night vision.
Right.
An orb will fly into your head, and then you'll hallucinate something, and then it'll fly out.
I took a picture of. I was going to take a picture of my little studio that I've put together here at home, and I turned around. The light was off. I used a flash on my phone camera, and I took a picture. And then boom! I caught this weird orb in the lens. And then I turned the light on. Of course, there's nothing there. I turned the light off. I turned flashlights on, and I don't see anything. And so I tried to take a picture again, and I took like 15 pictures separate, and each one of them had all these different orbs in them, like going really fast and really slow. Some of them are really big, some are really small. And so my wife walks into the room. No, this is the next night. I'm talking to my wife about it. And she said, well, let's do it again. I want to see it. And so I've already got shivers kind of fall down over my body because there was something there that night. I saw the orbs in the pictures, and I gave myself inside my brain that there's something inside the house. So I took pictures again, and there again, I saw orbs, and my wife was like, "Oh, that's cool, but those aren't like spirits. That's just dust flying around in the air." So she said, "Here, let me hold the camera, and you look from my direction." So whenever she takes a picture, I can see the little microfibers in the air kind of floating around just right up next to the lens, not actually, in front of me, but just right in front of the lens whenever it has the white blink on it. And so that explains like all of the orbs I've ever seen on TV or the internet for me. But, again, I can't prove anything other than what happened in my living room. So who knows? If
on the website we have, it's under investigation videos.
Yeah.
There's a little clip of a lady sitting on a couch. I filmed that, and it was the owner of the house. She's sitting there on a little couch, and there's an EMF meter set up on the bed right next to her. Anyway, it's a thing like she points to it. You'll see it. You can't miss it. It's a thing like that twice. But we didn't know it because we were in the dark. But the night vision catches this orb that flies down and floats, and then by the EMF meter lights it up and then takes off. So the EMF meter picked up on some kind of orb that had some kind of electricity to it, which is kind of weird. I'm just saying not all of them are, but some of them have some kind of electricity going to them. We don't know what is that.
Yeah, and you can only pick it up with the special equipment. Even, definitely in my house, I could tell that, okay, that was just dust in the air, but I don't have all this other equipment. I just have a little rinky-dink LED flash coming off my phone. But
I got you.
What are you using?
We're using anything, the phone, anything, a normal, like nighttime camera.
Yeah.
Night vision, video, anything,
Yeah.
Anything we got to try and catch something. And sometimes the good stuff, the good cameras catch stuff. Sometimes the bad cameras catch stuff. I don't know. Who knows?
I got another question that just came in off Facebook. Can you see spirits? If you can, what is it that you see exactly whenever you go out? And let's see, and what do they? Oh, and what do you feel, or what kind of thoughts do you have that go through your mind in that moment when you do see something? Either while you're there recording it, or when you go back to your house and you look over your data. What kind of feeling do you have? Like, aha, I got you. Or is it like, man, I should have left that person alone. I hope it didn't follow me home. You ever get that kind of thing?
Yeah, but no, not much. But I'll say this: when I do catch something, it just depends what mood the catch puts you in. If it's like some old lady dying, it's some kind of residual haunting of this lady just dying or something.
Right.
That's gonna make you sad. You don't want to see that over and over. But it depends if we have some kind of something weird float by that we don't know what the hell it is. That's what's pretty cool. You get excited. It just depends.
Right.
So.
Well, what was the funnest thing that you've done between the time I've talked to you and now? Like, have you been to a place that it was just totally fun? You leave the place, you're like, man, this is why I do this.
I wish I could say a more public place so people could go check it out more. But the most public place that I've been that I thought was pretty cool was at the Tremont Hotel in Galveston, right on the Strand. It's kind of expensive, it's like, I don't know, $120 a night, $140 a night, something like that. But anyways, got a lot of voices from that place, and it was pretty cool. I don't know.
Is it because it's close to the water?
I don't know what it is about that place. I think some people have died in there, but not a huge amount have died in it. But I don't know. If anybody goes there, better record or use the one on your phone because you can get voices from the Tremont Hotel.
Use the voice recorder on my phone; it'll pick stuff up.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is creepy.
Yep.
You just turn the voice recorder on and set it down on the coffee table, and it'll pick up sounds.
Yeah. Yep.
I probably won't ever do that. I'm too scared.
They got apps too. They got apps, dude. You can download for free. In fact, we have an app. It's HPRT. Just search that in the Google search bar.
Yeah.
You get a free app.
And it's on Android phones?
It's on free for Android. Not for iPhone yet, but Android for free.
And so I can download a free app for Android. It's called HPRT, and that's it?
Yep.
Ooh, nice. And so tell me about the app. Who designed the app, and how long have you had it up there?
It's only been up for about a month. It's the first app. I'm going to redo it, when I get more time. I built it, but it's just to get us on the app market, but basically I'm going to redo it and make it way better. It's just that was the first one, so that's the first go around. It's always going to be free. So.
Right. Well, has it been downloaded? Are people checking it out?
I haven't even checked it lately. I haven't, honestly.
Okay, here's some more questions are rolling in, man. Whenever you go to these haunted places, places that you've heard have spirits or not, do you ever see like a white vapor, like the classic, the cliche ghost that's floating in the air, or do you smell smoke, or is there any kind of smelling sensation that you get, and do you get a cooling sensation on your skin?
It depends what happened to the ghost or what the ghost wants to happen. Like if you're going to get, a cooling sensation or what. The cooling sensation might be a cold spot that you run into, which is supposedly where the ghost took the energy in the air, sucked it all out of that one spot, and then used it to try and communicate or talk or whatever.
Right.
You go back and you touch the area, the cold spot. But I don't know, I don't know. Who knows, it's
You know what? It kind of sounds like. It sounds like you're as skeptical as I am on some of the things that we do to try to step over into. I don't want to say the dark side, but the unknown. Like you don't know exactly what's going to happen until it happens to you, and even sometimes when you watch it back, you're like, well, it could be this or this or this. And so is it just because our minds default to try to decipher the truth? We want to make sure that it's not what we think it is. Is that what happens to you?
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of. I mean, you're not. You're always going to be cautious.
Yeah.
To say the least, because who knows what you're might walk into or end up dealing with. Where if you just would have left it alone, then
right,
you wouldn't have all this hell going on now.
Well, do you believe that you can actually conjure spirits and demons by saying certain word passages in a certain phrase or certain order?
Yeah, I'm always been wondering about that a lot lately. I don't know, for a good 4 or 5 months now. I keep on trying to learn more about that. I'm starting to think. It seems like usually, if I think normal, like the normal idiot, then I'll always think, no, there's no way, shoot all this down. But a lot of this stuff is real. So, therefore, it probably is real. It probably is Eddie Rotten. It probably is, man. The fact that you can, or there's certain words or whatever,
right,
and that'll some kind of portal or attract something to come to it,
right,
or who knows what. Yeah, I don't know, man, but I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Well, people kind of laugh at it and scoff at it and just kind of brush it off until something like that happens to them. They're like, oh, well, maybe this is all real, but then they're afraid to talk about it. I've already talked about this a couple times in both of the podcasts that we have. But it's December 21st, 2012, about like 2 o'clock in the morning, like 1:30 in the morning. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I saw 2 huge, gigantic UFOs right in my backyard, man, straight up in the sky. And they came up. Yeah, they came up as separate, different orbs that came up from different parts of the horizon. They came up into the sky, and then they locked into place and formed 2 gigantic black triangles. And then they kind of just turned slowly and moved off until they were gone. And so, I went. The whole thing is recorded. If anybody wants to listen to it, you can go back and listen. It's on. The whole thing is recorded on the Dirty Rotten Show. You can listen to the whole thing, the last show of 2012, and parts of it are on the Zombie Life podcast, which is weird because that's what we talk about on this show. On Dirty Rotten Show, we definitely do not talk about that, but it happened. I was talking to my buddy on the phone while it happened, while we were doing our podcast. And so it was the weirdest, most, dude, it was beautiful. The fact that it happened, I ran inside the first time that it happened and it disappeared. I ran inside and I told my wife, and I was recording the whole time because I didn't want to get off the phone with my buddy. So I just had him on the phone, and I woke my wife up. I shook her up in bed. And I said, there's UFOs outside. And she was dead asleep, And there's all this hype built up about the Mayans. And so she wakes up and she's like, are they here? Did the Mayans come? I'm like, no, just if you want to try to stay up with me, and possibility of them coming back is slim to none, but you can stay up with me and watch for them. But and then I went back outside, and it happened 3 more times. So in total, there was 2, 4, 6, 8 different 8 different UFOs that showed up, and each of them had 3 tips. And so it was an eventful night. I watched the whole thing, and again, it was just, I stood by the window for the next week waiting for it to happen at 2 o'clock in the morning, and it never happened again. And I wasn't able to record it on my phone. God, I'm such a nerd, dude. I can't believe I couldn't record it on my phone, but I have the experience in my heart, but everybody else probably thinks that I'm crazy. But it happened to me. And so, like, whenever I go with you guys, I'm probably going to come back with some stories that nobody's going to believe. But hopefully, yeah, if something happens, and I can almost guarantee, because my soul attracts stuff like this, I think that you guys are in for a treat if I show up.
That's a good piece of bait right there.
Yeah. I mean, you can even start priming some places and say, hey, you know what? I've got Ed coming with us, and you all know who he is. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
we'll be sure.
When I was really little, man, my mom, she said all kinds of, you know how moms say stuff. They're super proud of you, and you're going to be president one day and stuff like that. Well, I remember her telling me something like, there's a tug of war for my soul. The dark side wants my soul as much as the good side wants my soul. And so I have to be really aware of, what kind of tricks and tomfoolery the dark side is going to come up with to snag it away from my goals and intentions. And so ever since then, dude, I've kind of been turned on to, what if I just took my little toe and dipped it into this black, milky water here? You know what I mean? It's like, I know that it's there. I know that there's little ghoulies behind trees and stuff if I just choose to turn on my third eye and look at them, because I've already been warned that it's there.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing as with the Ouija board. You probably shouldn't be messing with it, but
right.
We are all adults here. It's just a board. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things. I'm the same way. I'm like, I know I shouldn't be doing it, but I'm not going to.
Right. Well, what keeps you in the game? Because I know that it can't be monotonous. Looking for ghosts is like, dude, you're a freaking Ghostbuster. How awesome is that?
I guess if it's awesome, I hope that'd be cool. But I don't know, man. It's a whole lot of work for no reason, you know.
Yeah.
Just other than to find a ghost, but that's how you got to do it. So.
Well, do you believe in the green slime? Is there really green slime when they pass through the veil?
Yeah, there seems to be, because when I got sent 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I got sent some green slime pictures from a lady in a brand new house that had just moved in outside of Sugarland, I'd say, going west of Houston.
Okay.
Anyways, and or southwest, whatever, and she made me look at these pictures of this green slime, whatever it was. It looked like kind of shaving gel or something, or motor oil, really thick or something.
Wow.
It was green. But anyways, the pictures on the HPRT.org website, Houston Paranormal Research Team.
I'm there right now.
If you go to it, I'm going to have to go to pictures from people, from members, or
right.
Past.
And everything is on the right hand side. So you go to the website, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people standing there, and their silhouettes are standing there. Really cool design there. And then you go to the right, and there's a list. There's a list of things that you can look at about HPRT. There's the team EVPs page. I guess you have a lot of audio there.
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of audio. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so frightening, man.
That's good. It's good stuff, man. Let me see if I can find it.
That stuff is so frightening. If I walked into a house and I had some gross like a ghost throw a hand wad of like green slime at me and start speaking, scary voice, dude, there's nothing scarier than that,
Yeah, this thing would scream when it would throw the green slime. It's on the unexplained pics page. Okay. You'll see, you just click on it, you'll see the green slime.
Unexplained pics. Okay. Let's see if I can find This is I guess it's an alphabetical order. HPRT Google Plus page, Facebook. You got all kinds of stuff up here now.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, on our website, you go to hprt.org.
Right.
That's you go to investigation photos.
Okay.
Then unexplained pics.
Okay. Oh man, this is so cool. See, this is new since last time I was there.
Got a lot more on it.
Yeah, the League City house. That's where I live. What happened? What happened there?
Let's see. Okay, League City. That was the lady. Man, there's a whole bunch of voices we got from that house twice, 2 different trips over there, and the lady kept thinking that somebody was there because she'd have a quarter in her pocket, and she'd go to take it out to spend it when she got to the stop and go, and it'd be like a German coin, or it'd be a French piece.
Huh.
Not even American. It was weird. The money would change in her pocket.
Oh my goodness. That's that dual reality that we kind of touched on briefly in our last conversation, last time you were on.
Yeah.
It's like a parallel universe that we don't see, but I guess some of us see it, obviously. Like the lady that kind of goes out with you, she can actually branch out and touch the other side and talk to him. Can she talk to him?
Yeah, I mean, do they listen is the question,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, she always tries to talk to him and hopes it works, but it's just
wow.
better.
That's creepy, dude. Do you ever underestimate the event that you're going to? You say, okay, this is we've all done this a million times. Everybody put their gear in the car, and we go to you go to a house, and you fully underestimate the spirits that you encounter there.
I hate to say this because it sounds stupid of me, but it would be nice to have a ghost hunt like that, because that just doesn't happen much, like things like that.
Oh man!
but that's what I'm saying. I don't know about nice. I don't know if that's the right word to choose for that, but no, usually it doesn't go like anything like that. Usually it's pretty calm. Sometimes you don't even know if you're getting anything. You keep on reviewing the recorders,
right?
Recorders, and you're not coming up with anything. You're hoping the other recorders are catching something. You're hoping the other cameras are catching something. Something's catching something, and it just depends. And then sometimes you'll find out halfway through the night that you did get something, that somebody is there.
Right. It's a long, tedious thing though, because you never know what you're gonna get then.
Yeah, when we used to do ghost hunts or investigations, whatever, for people, I used to kind of lead the hunt and be like the commander or whatever, the captain, everybody all organized and going. Now I kind of sit back and listen to the recorders after it all starts going. I lay low and then try and listen to the recorders and see if I can find any voices on there, see if there is anybody there.
Right.
It's a lot better to know, if somebody's there and go through all this than if you don't know if anybody's there.
Do you ever sit around the table after you get some of the audio in? You're all sitting around the table and you're listening back of some of the audio that comes through, and half of the table says, no, they're saying, go get some milk, and the other half of the table is, no, it says stab you in the eyeball. Do you have to, is there arguments over what somebody said? Something somebody said?
All the time, man. Yes, all the time. That's how it goes, though. I mean, everybody's opinion, the more people that have their 2 cents to throw in, well, it's better, it's good because everybody can consider that. Oh, maybe, you know what,
right.
Maybe I was, maybe Melissa said what it is what she said.
Right.
And so, I mean, the more options, the better. I think that's a good thing. But, yeah, of course, all the kids fight, man. All the children. Yeah, no, that'll be me. Yeah, I say kids, I mean, probably the youngest I was 35, but.
Right.
The point is that, yeah, dude, they're all arguing and act like children over it, yes.
Well, that's kind of fun. That brings a little pepper to the table, That's not a bad thing. If people are energized over it, then that's good. Unless they're like, you know what? I hate you for saying that. Shut up. Don't ever talk again.
No, it is. It's good. I like it. It makes it more interesting because they'll try and outdo each other, and usually we get the correct answer the fastest anyway.
Yeah.
By somebody, harder to. Anyway, but yeah.
Well, if people believe like I do, there's ghosts all over the place. There's a good reason for it because people die and they don't feel like crossing over. How far out have you gone to go look for ghosts?
You're talking physically, like citywide, wise or what? Citywide.
Is there another way? Are you talking about out of body experience?
Yeah, I mean, usually we didn't go anywhere very much at all, Eddie, because almost every month until I'd say the last 5 months or something, we always have numerous requests for people to come over, and so we never could take like the cool little trips to San Antonio or the cool little trips to Louisiana. And we couldn't do all that because we'd actually have like real cases we had to do for people instead.
Well,
so we were actually, helping people like doing that. But it would have been cool if we could have done the ghost hunter trips. But now we're getting ready to start doing them because we haven't had many requests lately. So
right. Well, I think people are either the ghosts are becoming too frightening, and they're kind of just scaring people away from even wanting them to be investigated. But man, I've got a place you could check out. There's a place in San Antonio. It's on my property out there, and it's great, dude. Everything is great, but you go to this one little grove of trees, and it doesn't feel so great anymore. And we're going out there sometime in March. And so, we can talk more off the phone, but dude, that place there's something there, and I can't figure out what it is because the property is big enough to where you can drive back, and you go past different trees and different little spots where animals lay down and do their stuff. But I don't know. There's one spot that is just really freaky.
Is it
tree or what?
It's a grove of trees. It's a grove of trees, and so
why does it feel so freaky? Do you know, or do you just get some weird?
I do. I get a weird vibe, dude, and it might be maybe the trees remind me of something from my childhood that freaked me out. I don't know, but I know that whenever I get to that certain spot in the road and I look off to the right, even though there's trees all over the place, there is one little grove of trees that makes me think of like The Ring. You know, the way that movie made you feel the first time you saw it, or
right.
You know, I don't want to say quite Exorcist because I don't even like to say that word, but you know, it's just that kind of thing. I would get out and go play in any other, you know, neighborhood back there in those trees in the woods, but not around that grove of trees. It's almost like there's an invisible force field on it that doesn't want me to be there.
Right. Yeah.
So
everybody picks up on something that tells it shouldn't probably be there. Right.
Yeah, it's freaky. Freaky.
So I guess that's kind of a alert mechanism, a warning mechanism in our bodies telling us something's bad, something's going on bad somewhere. You know, whether it's invisible, whether it's behind us or whatever.
Yeah. Do you have those kind of feelings before you go into houses sometimes?
You know, I usually don't. I'm as numb as can be usually.
Oh, because have you been doing it for too long?
Well, not that. It's just that I got too much I'm thinking of. I'm trying to think about. I got to see what these people, where it happened, what rooms it happened in, get all the cameras run to all those rooms, get all the audio going.
Right.
So I'm thinking about all that. So that's usually why. Cause I don't have enough. I'm not laid back enough to think about that way. You know what I mean?
Right. Man, that might be a great mechanism to use for me whenever I go on this ghost hunt with you guys. Maybe I could just use your tactic of just being blind to it. You're like, oh, you can't affect me even if you were here because I've been doing it for too long. But
man,
how freaky would it be if somebody turned around with their eyes turned white and just, you know, boogie, boogie, boogie.
No, man, that's not going to happen. We'll put you to work, man. When you come with us, we'll have you sweating, man. You'll be running wires all over the place and everything.
Oh, man, it'd be just like when I was in promotions and radio. That job paid okay. It wasn't, you know, horrible, but it wasn't great. But, man, I lost so much weight running around with all those cables and stuff. Will it be kind of like that?
No, it won't be that bad. You'll just have to run some wire maybe one time the whole night, but it's not a bad thing.
Okay. What do you think about all the movies then? Like Paranormal Activity and, you know, all the different movies that have come out. They're out there obviously to scare the crap out of somebody, but what's the, you know, is it maybe 1 out of 100 or 1 out of 1,000 cases that there might be something there? Like,
you know, well, I mean, that's all for entertainment. You know, you got to take it on that value. But some of them, dude, a lot of those movies, they scare the crap out of me, Eddie. They do bad, but
yeah,
I look for it every time. You know, you think ghost? Oh hell no, ghost hunting is nowhere near that scary. But well, you know, it's good though in a way also, but because I mean. Yeah, all those movies, a lot of it is fake. You know, most of it's fake.
Right.
It does bring the paranormal topic, whether it's aliens, ghosts, demons, Bigfoot, you know, purple clown dolls. I don't know, man.
Zombies, yeah.
Zombies, whatever, you know, anything out. That's still good, still helping because it's still bringing it to the.
It's almost what scares me about it, man, is. It's probably because it's something that thing that my mom told me when I was little. The more and more horror that I see in the world, I get happy about it because I love the genre. I think that it's fun. I think about the makeup and the talent and the art that goes behind it, you know, for movies and stuff like that.
Right.
And for music, I love horror music like horror rock and stuff like that because it's just fun to listen to, and people go out and they have a really good time doing it and listening to it. But as a whole, I see something else. I see a you know, like a demon dressed in black clothes that has like a 8-foot mouth that is just eating up with a big smile on its face, just eating all the creepy stuff that humans do, and just loving every second of it, and just, you know, crapping it out on the next generation to do again. I mean, I have a freaking zombie podcast, for crying out loud. It's not like I'm trying to stop the world from what's going on, but you know, there's something else in there that's just pushing the envelope. You know, like, you know how Batman used to be a freaking comedy? You know, he wore freaking black spandex.
Right.
And they used to even superimpose the pow, boom, punch behind all that, and fun, great, you know, jazzy music. And now Batman he's not Batman, it's the freaking Dark Knight, you know? And and it's surrounded with controversy, and now with all these weird school shootings happening and conspiracy happening in the world, I feel like it's horror for movies, and for the genre in itself is about to push another envelope, which is going to make your job a lot harder, because I think when something like that happens, it's going to open a gate for different spirits to come out to be seen. What do you think?
Yeah, I would, you know, I wouldn't argue with that. I wouldn't argue at all. You know, it's
lot to swallow.
I agree, Eddie. You know, I think you summed it up pretty much there, man.
You remember that scene in Ghostbusters where, what's that dude's name? The real nerdy guy. He ends up turning into like a demon dog or something. In the first one, was it the first one or the second one, where the lady is on top of a big skyscraper and this big black pyramid opens behind her, and then she starts talking and her eyes turn white and she's like, "I am Grimlock," or something like that.
Man, I cannot.
Oh, dude, you're a Ghostbuster. You don't remember that?
Yeah, but I don't remember that, man.
Well, what happens is it's like the seventh gate of hell opens up or something, and there's all these different spirits fly out because of the evil of the world, and there's like a pink slime underneath the city or something like that because of how much evil the world contains. And so everybody just starts getting pissed off at each other and arguing and being unhappy and stuff like that. That's why you guys need a freaking, you know, a Ghostbuster backpack. How cool would that be?
That would be, yes. I like that idea.
So what's on what's on the horizon for Houston Paranormal Research Team?
You know, we don't. Actually, nothing's going to change. We're just going to keep ghost hunting like always.
Yeah.
Free doing it, and hopefully we're going to do a podcast or a show with you.
Yes.
I think on hopefully the next ghost hunt here coming up. I'm not sure where it's going to be coming from, but we'll wait and see.
Okay, I'm excited for that, man. I can't wait to do that with you.
Yeah, it'll be fun, man. And well, as things are happening on the next show, or I don't know what show it's going to be, I say next, but as it's happening on the show coming up in a little while with us, Eddie and I and Paul and the rest of the team are going to be ghost hunting and catching the voices right there on screen, on audio, on video, whatever. So you can see that, you know, we're not joking. It's really happening.
Yeah. See, that scares me right now. When you said that scares me, dude. I'm actually going to be doing it and not running from it like I've been my whole life. But don't tell anybody that. I don't want to be looked at like a weenie.
Man, you can't have no weenies, dude. Come on, man.
No weenies allowed in ghost hunting. Right on. Well, my hour mark has just come and gone, and so I'm going to let you go, man. But Scott, thank you so much for talking to me, dude. I'm always impressed with what you guys have put together and how you're doing it and how professional it is and the places that you go and what you have recorded. I'm going to go back and record. I'm going to put some of these EVPs that you gave me on on here before I air it, so everybody will have a good time with it. But thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it.
All right, bro. It's no big deal. As soon as we get a ghost hunt, which will be soon, I'll tell you, and we'll get it organized.
Yeah. It'll be a lot of fun. Tell everybody I said hey there. And
all right, bro. Thanks.
All right, that's it. Well, that was Scott Zarowski with the Houston Paranormal Research Team. If you haven't been, you should go to HPRT.org. They've got a lot of really cool stuff. It's a black background, blue letters. There's like a silhouette of 5 people across the front, HPRT, and big, bold blue letters right up front. So just so you know, you're at the right website. But go check it out, Houston Paranormal Research Team, HPRT.org. They've got a lot of stuff going on, and it's all kind of scary. And so if you're skeptical on if ghosts are real or not real, that's fine, because that means that you're human. However, these guys have been doing it for a long time. They've got stuff recorded, and it's good. And so you can kind of judge for yourself what reality you want to be in. Anyways, this is Eddie Rotten with the Zombie Life Podcast. Thank you so much for being with us. I'll talk to you soon. Go on.
The previous audio is supplied by EddieRotten.com. This is a fictional event. Anything that seems real or similar to real life is bullshit, and you're a fucking loser. If you're buying this shit, you're getting ripped the fuck off. Zombie Life Radio is not responsible for any similarities to real life, real or fake.